Back to More Than Gardening. I am so excited to be filming today, and this is, I think, the first time I'm actually doing something like this where I'm filming an intro today. And you guys probably aren't going to see this video for a good like 8 weeks maybe, because we've got a big project going on that didn't really think was going to happen this year. I was really hoping it would work out, and then it didn't look like it was going to, and then recently kind of everything came together, and I'm really, really happy. So basically what we're doing today is like step one of a lot of groundwork to get ready for our new greenhouse. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that we're getting a greenhouse. It's been a goal for so long, and yeah, like I just said, I'm just so happy and so grateful that we were able to make it work. I'm actually partnering with Charley's Greenhouses to bring a greenhouse to our garden, share it with you guys. I'm really, really excited for this collaboration, and I think you guys are going to enjoy it too, because I'm telling you, this greenhouse, like their greenhouses are so beautiful. They're so wonderfully made, and they really have good options for like no matter how big or small you want it. And yeah, they're just really great greenhouses. I can't wait to get ours. So I'm gonna document this whole process of getting our space ready, because we have a ton of work to do. So through this video, you guys will see us prep our space. We have a ton of work to do, and we'll show you the install and show you what it looks like once it's up. So let me show you exactly what we have to do, because there's a lot of like moving pieces here, starting with where we're putting the greenhouse is actually behind me where this shed is. This shed is like the perfect spot on our property to put a greenhouse, because obviously the garden. Hi, Dylan. Oh, and it's Dylan's birthday today, and he's spending it outside in the sun helping prep for greenhouse. So big thank you to him. And we got little Charlie over there hanging out in the sun. So yeah, full family affair, but this is where the greenhouse is going. So essentially we got to move this shed, and we're going to move it all the way down there. You can't even really see it, but down by the water. So a lot of work ahead of us. We have to get these trees removed, which I never like taking down trees, but honestly, they're kind of ugly and they block too much sun anyway. So those are going, I think, in 2 weeks. The shed's gonna get moved, but today we're gonna start by taking this shed bed gone, which is a little sad because this is the first bed that I ever had my very first garden in back in 2023. It did so well for me, but it's really old. It's the only one that came with the house, and it's got to go. So we're going to take this down, and then we also have to move both of these compost bins. We're going to take them from here, and I think we're going to put them over there next to that tree. So that's going to be a little bit of heavy lifting, and then kind of all of this stuff here. These are all my extra onions. I don't know if I said the date already yet in this video, but it is April 23rd. So I just got my onions in a few days ago. It's beautiful out, and yeah, by the time you see this, it'll probably be like maybe June if I had to guess. Yeah, we're gonna move that bed, we're gonna move these compost bins, we're gonna move all of this stuff. And then hopefully in the next week or so, or 2 weeks, we'll get this shed physically moved, and you guys can see the foundation of the greenhouse. So a lot of work to do to get it ready, but we're excited, so we're just gonna get going. All right, this is pretty much cleared out. We ended up getting a ton of soil from this bed, which like, duh, but I didn't even think of, which is great because we were gonna order a bunch of soil to top off these beds this season, but I think we just got enough to pretty much do it. We just topped off this bed here. You can see all that soil in these two beds, which is perfect timing because I'll be planting my broccoli, my romaine, and more broccoli in those beds. This bed is getting broccoli, and then carrots in that bed in 2 days. So, oh, and Dylan just dropped off some soil there. So pretty cool. It's working out well.
All right, that's it. Sam's inside, getting Charlie down for a nap. Dogs are looking for their ball. The bed is taken apart.
This next job is a dirty job, a very stinky job. Because we need to move these compost bins, which means we need to move all the compost in the pile over there. This section over here is like nasty. It's all of the kitchen scraps from like this past winter. It's a lot of eggshells, a lot of like, I don't know, just random scraps. It's stinky, But I think I'm gonna put this straight into my tomato beds because eggshells have a lot of calcium in them. And here's my dog. Oh my gosh. All right, go get your ball. Eggshells help with blossom end rot, and I had a lot of blossom end rot on my tomatoes last season. So I'm hoping all these eggshells going in the tomato beds now will help against that. So yeah, we're gonna take all this, we're gonna fill the wheelbarrow, load the beds, and then hopefully between the two of us, we can move these over to the fence line. It's been a while since I picked up this camera to film this video. It's July 7th, and I think the last time I checked in with you guys, it was like April something. I think we were just moving everything like away from the shed. That way we could prep it to be moved. And I'm not gonna lie, it has taken a really, really long time to find somebody that can move our shed to make room for this greenhouse. We had two different companies, I think, say they could do it, or like two different companies. One guy came out and looked at it, said he would get back to me, totally ghosted. Another company we're working at our neighbors, said they could do it, kind of ghosted. Then they were back another day working at the neighbors and like, yeah, we'll come look at it. Never did. And then I asked a couple other contractors if they could do it. They were like, no, that's like a huge shed, we can't do it. Then I contacted a company, like a local company that sells sheds and delivers sheds. And I was like, hey, we just have one on our property that needs to move like, I don't know, 50 yards. Can you do it? The girl I talked to on the phone sounded really positive, like they could. And then she called back later and was like, yeah, I talked to my manager and like, we can't do business like that this year. We can only deliver and like move sheds for like customers, people like buying sheds. So I get that, it's busy season. So finally now July 7th, I think we're gonna get it moved this morning. I just got a text from the guy that is supposed to be here to do it today. He's about 30 minutes out. So I just ran inside. I thought he wasn't coming till later this afternoon. And then he texted, I was like, yikes, I have to go and film this little update for you guys before it gets moved. So I'm outside. Let me show you where we're at now. Since we last spoke, not a ton has gotten done, but a little bit. We did get these arborvitaes taken down. So I think last time we were just removing that. We got these trees taken down because obviously the greenhouse is going there. We need maximum sunlight. We need as much sun as possible, and they were ugly. Anyway, so those trees went. Yesterday we got this gravel pad put in for the shed. So our shed's a 10 by 12. A contractor came out and put this in. This is 12 by 14. So this is where our shed is getting moved to. This is our other shed. Ignore the pile of stuff. This is literally everything that was in our shed. Yes, we have a shed there. Now we're gonna have a shed here. We don't love this setup. We're not obsessed with how this is gonna look, but it's honestly, it's the best thing we could do. We couldn't just get rid of that shed, our 10 by 12. Obviously, you guys just saw all the stuff that we keep in it, our lawnmower, our golf cart, our yard stuff. Like, we need a shed. We thought about getting rid of that small shed I just showed you guys and just getting one big one down here by the lake, but money doesn't grow on trees. New sheds are expensive. So believe it or not, the cost to get this new gravel pad in and move our existing shed is a fraction of the cost of a new big shed. One day it would be lovely to get rid of this two shed situation and just get one big new nice one, but I'm gonna keep it real. It's expensive, and that's just not where we are gonna put our money this year. So the shed's gonna move down here. Hopefully within the next 2 hours, I can pick this camera up again and say it was successfully moved. I am very nervous just because of how much the shed has to travel. It has to go like around trees, down the hill. I did send the company pictures and a video. And I told them again on the phone Friday when I talked to them, I was like, you guys saw the pictures, you saw the video, right? Like, it's on a hill, there's trees. I hope they don't get here and completely bail, because if they do, then maybe we're just gonna get a new shed and we're just gonna find the funds somewhere, but we will see. So I'm gonna put the camera back down, and hopefully in this next clip, a shed will be right here on this gravel pad. Our shed is down here. I cannot believe it, you guys. This was the coolest thing ever. It was so cool. I did not expect it to be remote controlled. I thought it would be someone on a tractor moving this thing, but yeah, he like set it all. He had to put like wood on the bottom of it and kind of the inside to reinforce it because it's a very, very old shed. You can kind of see over here that it's just totally dilapidated. I mean, it's not very nice, but yeah, he just backed this in right here, and now we have our shed here. Like I said, it's a little wonky. There's our other one. We've got two sheds kind of next to each other, but thankfully the position that this one's in it actually is blocked by that tree from the house. So we don't even see it from the house. So it's really only weird while you're here. And yes, it kind of blocks the view of the water here, but we don't look out this way that often. We usually look that way. So yeah, this is good. Very, very happy that this got done today. So our slab behind us was extended by, I think, like 9 inches to make sure it can fit the full greenhouse. We are gonna call this night 1 of attempting to build this thing. Dylan's like right here. I'll show you guys in a second, kind of unboxing the whole thing. July 20th, and we're gonna try and build this whole thing like after work this week. Today's Monday. It would be nice if we had like a Friday through Sunday or like a weekend to really dedicate to this build, but in the middle of summer, we just don't with how busy our schedules are. So we're thinking we'll tackle this every night this week, and hopefully that works. Hopefully by Friday, we're not sitting here still with like a ton of work to do, and then we have to like, I don't know, figure something else out. But yeah, every video we watch says it'll take like 2 to 3 days. So we're thinking, I don't know, 2 to 3 days equals 5 nights. We'll see. But let me show you guys what this looks like because it's packaged nicely. Everything came in these wooden crates. This is the first of 3 crates, and this has the aluminum frame. So we got a black one from Charley's, and everything is nice and wrapped and labeled, and then they gave us a bunch of other stuff to kind of help build it. Well, I guess this is not to help build it. This is the solar powered automatic vent controls. Okay, so this is part of the greenhouse, but they did give us other stuff to help build. Like there's caulk right there and a few other things here and there.
Everything's marked really nice too.
Yeah.
It says exactly what every part is.
Charley's Greenhouse, our last name.
Front and back caps.
Yeah, so it looks good. And then over here, I think this is the door in here. And then there's another really big box with all of the glazing in it. But the glass box, I think it weighs like 500 pounds.
Well, I think it was like 430.
430 pounds or something like that. So we didn't bring it out here because it's so fragile. And the way we brought these boxes out here was a little funny. I'll try to insert a clip. And we just don't want to risk any of the glass breaking. So we're going to leave that in the garage where it was delivered. And then when we get to the glazing portion, we'll just carry them out one by one. But yeah, we're running out of daylight. So we're going to get started. You guys, it is done. I cannot believe it. That took us a little longer than we expected. We thought we'd get it done every night after work, but we ended up doing it every night after work, me and Dylan, and then my dad was so kind to come over during the daytime, and my brother, who's from California, he flew in for the weekend, so he helped us on that Friday as well. Just get everything set up and everything just finished on this greenhouse. It feels so good to finally have it done. Even though it took a little longer than expected, I do still think it was like a relatively easy build. It's time consuming because there are a lot of parts and pieces, but it's not the hardest job in the world. The instructions are really, really well written and laid out. There are also videos on YouTube for all of the different parts of the build that you can easily reference. And then Charley's has great tech support. We were calling tech support quite a few times. This guy that was helping us gave us his direct line, and he was emailing us extra instructions, videos. He was just a huge help. So if you run into any issues when you're building your own greenhouse from Charley's, definitely hit up tech support because they're representatives right here in the US, super available, super knowledgeable, and they were a huge help. I wanna go over the structural or layout or specs of the greenhouse so you guys can see exactly what we got. We went with the 8x12 West Grove from Charley's. We went with the 3mm glass wall glazing. So all of the walls are 3mm glass, and then they overlap halfway down in the middle. The roof is a 6mm twin wall polycarbonate. I went with the polycarbonate roof because my main priority was strength. We have a lot of trees on our property. We get hail. I needed the roof to withstand anything. And while the 3mm glass walls, they're tempered glass, they're very, very strong. I just knew I really needed something super strong for the roof, so we went with the polycarbonate. And also when I was chatting with Charley's Greenhouses in designing this, they recommended that because I'm gonna be filming in here, and they said it's a lot better for, light distribution. That's the great thing about getting a greenhouse from them. They are so knowledgeable about greenhouses, so they will help you right along the way design to get exactly what you want. We also have 2 roof vents, and we have a side vent, or it's on the back wall, so I guess a back vent. We don't have screens in them as I'm speaking right now, but screens are on the way from Charley's. The first day, basically, that this greenhouse was up, I came out here and there was a bird stuck in the greenhouse. And I saw that and thought, okay, we definitely need screens. Also, I found a bug in here, so we need screens because I'm thinking strategy-wise, what I'm gonna use a greenhouse for is gonna be seed starting. I'd like to grow some stuff year round, some cool other crops. I wanna experiment with some lettuces and spinaches to see if I can keep those. I also wanna overwinter some of my fruit in here. So I got a lemon bush in the back there that I'm hoping will do good in here over winter. Also, both my blackberry bushes that are down on the deck, I'm probably gonna bring them in here this winter. To help all of that along, because Michigan gets really, really cold, is Charley's was so kind to also send me a heater. So we've got to get electrical still hooked up in here. I've got an electrician coming out today, and probably next, I don't know what time it is right now, but probably in 30 minutes, the electrician is gonna be out here taking his first look at that. So we're gonna get electrical out here, thinking about maybe getting water. That's a little TBD, but yeah, I think the main goal of the greenhouse is just to grow more. With the help of those screens, I wanna grow some things that are really susceptible to pests, like my cucumbers that got destroyed by the cucumber beetles this year that I have not stopped talking about this season. Those, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try cucumbers in here next year to just dodge those pests. I wanna bring my zucchini in here, that way I don't have to worry about squash and pine borer on my zucchini. And yeah, just lots of seed starting, growing, season extending, fun things are gonna go on in this greenhouse. Also, along with the heater, Charley's was so kind to send out a fan. So I've got a fan that I still have to hook up, which I'll share with you guys when I do. It's going to be bracketed right onto one of the bars in here, just to help circulate some of that air. And then they also sent me a 4-foot cedar bench. That way I have something to get started on to work with. And I already have seeds starting on this bench, so I'm already putting it to great use. I gotta deck the place out a little bit more. I wanna get a larger bench for the other side, maybe 8 foot long. I wanna get some more pots in here, more plants, really kind of go crazy and just fill this thing out. But for now, I think this is a good start, and I'm really, really happy with where we're at with it, and I can't wait to continue to grow things in here. So I want to say thank you to Charley's for partnering with me on this video to bring this greenhouse to my property, bring it to my channel, share it with you guys. And I am just so grateful that we have this beautiful greenhouse now out on our property and out in the garden. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for supporting my channel always. if you guys weren't watching my videos, partnerships like this wouldn't happen. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope if you are looking for a greenhouse, you consider Charley's. Cannot say enough good things about just the entire process of working with them to figure out what we needed, figuring out the specs, exactly what would work for my garden, my property, everything, the build. They were just the perfect people to partner with for a greenhouse. So I definitely highly recommend them. Again, if you have any questions on the greenhouse, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. If you like this video, please leave a like. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more gardening content and now more greenhouse content. Now that we finally have one, I cannot wait to bring more greenhouse, planting, growing, everything to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your garden season, and I will see you in the next one.